Alright, so I'm recording this a whole day in advance. Well, technically a night, but no one fucking cares about the details. Okay. I have been reflecting on a lot of stuff I'm gonna say. Now, normally, I know people are gonna just probably avoid the video, but normally I would sit there and type a blob out for what I plan to do for the next is a year, and maybe a bit of the next year. But I don't know. I've a couple of days I've had time to reflect. I've had time to think, and I want to get into some of that. The art I'm using, Nibbles did it, because I wanted art, but Happy's design is also another part of what I'm gonna get into in this video. I'll start now. So, Happy's design, I started it in January, started using in January, and I've yet to get a new logo made. I'll probably, if I do anything new with the server or whatever, it will probably be the icon. Maybe I can get something done before January, but it really just fucking depends. I don't have an answer. I'm just saying, for just the fucking announce shit. But for overall the server, the overall community, I've been reflecting a lot on just my overall performance and just everything else. And last year, I think I was doing pretty shit. That's why for a couple of, not a couple, half a year, 6, maybe 5 months, maybe even longer. I don't know. It's been a while, so I don't have an exact time frame, but I took time off. I went and I did my own little character journey, just trying to figure my own shit out. And I went back to doing it at the beginning of the year, and now I'm in a similar situation than what I was last year. I'm just reflecting on what I want to do, and I got a pretty big idea. Now, a lot of people have already noticed I haven't really been overly active. I've taken 2 of my longest breaks since starting the server, other than just shutting it down, but, not counting that here. Now, 2 things. Number 1, I'm not shutting down the server. I was going to, but I'm thinking of going against my original idea, because I'm doing this webcomic, Misfits, and I should be a lot farther along with Misfits than I am. I have to completely redo a chapter. I don't even have a chapter out. I have half of a chapter that just doesn't fucking work, and I have to redo it. I have concept art, but long story short, I should be more farther along than I am. And that pissed me off, because 7 months of my life was just Thanos snapped because an artist just doesn't want to fucking do it. I have an artist that does, and I need to commit to that shit. And Happyland, it just doesn't work. It doesn't work in where I am as a person right now. But I don't want to stop doing it completely, so I'm put in a box, because it's a lot. Because when I am active, when I am wanting to do 100 tickets, nobody is there. No one wants to make a fucking ticket. But then when I need a break, it's fucking hundreds in a month. Man, exaggeration, maybe 50, but it's a lot of fucking people. And even when I'm not doing them, I'm still coaching people on how to do them. So I'm still, even when I don't look like I'm doing something, I am doing something. And the staff come to me with their problems as well. So it's a lot. And I got my own shit. So it's It's a lot, you know? But give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna pause the recording. Well, my bad. You won't notice a difference in the cut, but it doesn't matter. But but yeah, like I don't know anymore. I really don't. When I do want to do it, people just don't want to show up. So it's that. And again, I'm always doing something, even when it doesn't look like it. I am, and I really hope it shows because I never feel like I'm doing enough. And a lot of people, it's like it goes into three groups. What I'm about to say. Now, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but I have a lot of health issues, and I haven't really started taking that seriously until January because I kind of gave up for a while. And I'm not going to get into that because that's not what this video is for. But that matters in terms of what I'm going to get into. So, a lot of people know what I have, and a lot of people don't know what I have. And it's a lot of just a blend of that and just people just not being informed at all. So it's complicated, but that's also a part of why I just don't have the time to sit down individually with different people. And some people don't understand when you're confronted with a similar issue multiple times a week, you can't always make people feel special. It gets tiring. I am human despite what fucking people not understanding, right? And even though people love assuming I got my shit all understood and figured out and whatever, I really don't. And I need to start getting that shit just underfoot, if that makes any sense. But on a less depressing note, on a less like life, whatever. I was talking to a few people about this, so it's not all grim for happy. But I want to go and get a license and go to school for it. Which, from what I have researched, this is a new thing. It's like not even a couple of days I've thought about doing this. And it'd be 2 years. Now, that's a lot of work, especially in my situation and doing the comic and doing Happy on top of it. But I want to do it because I've had this mentality for about 5 years because Happy is 5 years old now, and that changes a lot of my opinions with it, like it's not just this one little thing I'm doing anymore. It kind of matters because now I have a community, even though I really try to tell myself that I don't. I do. And it's a weird thought to have because it's like I never really looked at myself and thought like this is what I'm gonna do. This was like the person I am. Like I'm not wired to do therapy. I don't even respect it completely, and a lot of people know that. I don't I'm not the type of person to go out of my way to do academia. I'm not someone that's just wired that way. I'm just not. Like, so for me to do that, that's kind of a massive thing. And I don't want to do the PhD. I think the PhD is just too much. Maybe one day when I'm like 40 and I have nothing better to do with my life, if I even live that long, but that's what I'm thinking of doing because I've had this mental whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't say a block, I wouldn't say a struggle, but I went to school for film, Okay, I went to school for graphic design. I took classes for Happy, and I took 2 years to sit there and learn about how to deal with some things, and I have a lot of tools I didn't have when I started, because I was 16 when I started. I practically started with user phone and all the time in the world, because this is COVID, this is 2020. But now I have staff members, now I have people who kind of depend on me, and that's a lot. I have a lot of people who I basically started the server up with that I don't even talk to anymore. It's been half a fucking decade for some people. Some even less, like some even fucking year. And knowing this, I don't even think this is gonna reach, like, oh, maybe. It might reach people that aren't happy anymore, knowing, because I've used the channel and fuck knows how long, but you know. And I've had a lot of time to reflect on the type of person I've been for however long it's been. But I'm not saying that I'm just taking a break completely, because I don't want to do that. I still want to do Happyland. It's just I can't do it the way I used to anymore. I can't do it the way some people want, because I get fucking so sick of seeing people be like, "Oh, I didn't get a fucking response in 5 seconds." Like, no shit. No shit. It's called time zones. It's called people don't have the time, and it's like it gets fucking annoying and insulting when someone takes your ticket and you go out of your way to sit there and go, well, I wanted Sly to do it. The intention was for Sly to do it. I have a staff for a reason. I'm one fucking person. And a lot of people don't seem to understand that. I can't tear myself in half. So it's also that. I don't know anymore. Like, a lot of people seem to get this mentality that maybe I owe something to them or whatever the fuck, but I don't. I can quit whenever I want to, and right now I'm in a weird space where I want to do it, but I can't. And 5 years isn't nothing to just blow away. Like, I could stop today and be satisfied in everything that I've done, but I still want to do stuff. Just understand that I'm not going to do 100 tickets a week anymore. Maybe not even 5. But Happy has been it's been an it's been an adventure, man. Like, I've been thinking about what I've been gonna say for the entire day. It's 9 o'clock at night. But it has been a lot of happiness and a lot of hell. That I will say. And I would not be the person that I am right now without that fucking server. Whether I want to admit that or not. And a lot of people that I needed to meet, I met from that, or because of that, or in spite of that. So I can't just blow it off as nothing when it's not. I wouldn't even be able to work on the comic that I'm working on without English misspoke, without Happyland. So it's also that. So if I do get licensed, that changes a lot of the, how do I say this? Like, the unprofessionalism with the server. But I feel like in a way it's kind of good, because I was talking about this with a few people, and I don't know what I want Happy to be yet, because it always fucking changes. Like, it always fucking changes. I sit there and I couldn't even define what it's supposed to be anymore. I couldn't, because I could sit there and say it's a therapy server, but then what does that mean? Because it used to be, oh, well, we did calls. It's a hotline. Well, we do sessions now privately so people can, not have their issues just fucking thrown in general, like I want to say. Well, that's not therapy. Therapy is when you want to sit there and have a one-on-one. It's not always a one-on-one. A lot of times, not always, but sometimes it's 3 people, 2 people, and it's just a complete discussion. Sometimes it's like fitness is a big one right now. Like that's not therapy. That's just helping. And a lot of what happy is anymore, it's just help. Like quotation fingers or brackets, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. I need help. Can you do that? And then we try. That's what it is anymore. I'd like to have it as a location eventually. And I can't do that unless I go and get licensed. And I think that's the goal for right now. I have that as one of the big goals, the location thing, and just stuff I won't get into in this video. But some people know. I've told people my ideas for Happy outside of the, But in terms of me, in terms of where I'm going to be, because it's August and there's a whole half of a year, and I don't know, I don't want to say I'm going to commit and I'm not, because that's not who I am. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. And if I don't, I hate myself for it. So it's like I'm put in a fucking box. Because I would sit here, if I sit here and I say, like, I don't hate doing it, I'd be lying, because it is so much harder than it used to be. And it's not even the people, it's just me. It's just something I'm not going to get in this. But, I need to get my shit straightened out. I need to make sure I don't get permanently confined to a fucking hospital bed. Which is something, I'm not going to get into it. I don't want to. I really don't. But I feel like I have to. And I'm not going to. If I do, it'd be a follow-up to this. But, I just want to say, like, for almost 5 years, I've sat there and Happyland is really something. It's been fucking nuked 4 times, well, 3 times, but 4 times. I even nuked it once myself, which is kind of funny. So 4 times. I have went through a thing and almost cut off every person in my life because of my issues that I'm not going to get into. And a lot of people I got in contact with this year, and it really saved my life. So I want to say I appreciate everybody who has contributed to this thing this year specifically, because this is one of the most influential years of the server's history. And without it going the way that it has and it did, 2 things. One, I might not even be here right now. And I can confidently say that. 2, Happyland cannot just be on my shoulders anymore. I am one person. I am a very, not want to say wishy-washy, but I'm someone that just likes going and doing things, and Happyland it runs by itself. And to do the things I want to do, I have to either leave Happyland behind or I have to drag it with me. Because I don't want to be known as the Happyland guy. I want Happy to be bigger than me. And you know what I mean? Like this comic that I want to do, it's something that I've spent 2 years working on script wise, and I basically sat there and wrote, as of recording this, 2 books, and I'm almost finished 2 books. So if you round it, 4. That's a lot of shit. And I feel like right now, and I also am in the middle of probably, I don't know, if it's going to age well. I'm working on doing a fast food business, so I have that. And if I want to do this fucking degree, that's another thing. So to talk to people in a fucking Discord server, it just, you know. But my whole thing with it is like I don't want it to just be confined to a Discord server anymore because it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. And it shouldn't be like it shouldn't be put on me a lot of the time where how do I word this? Where like it just yeah, you know what I mean, if it doesn't grow the way it should. Because I feel like it does. Even though a lot of people probably don't look at it that way, but I do. Because I started it. And it lives and dies depending on where I'm at, and I'm unstable. Not even mentally, just in every fucking way. And if I don't get better, I don't know what that means for Happyland because I don't know what it means when I'm not there to run it. And that's something I've been thinking about for a while, more than I probably should. And a lot of people, 2 in particular, who I assumed would take up that mantle, they're not even speaking to me, so there goes that, you know. And going back to that, it's like I got in touch with a lot of people this year, but I also lost a lot of people in the 5 years that I've done this, online and IRL. And I want to say, like, if this reaches any Pacific people, maybe get in contact with me. That's what I will say. You know? Because you never know. You never know. Happy's still here. And, it doesn't look like it's fucking going anywhere. And it doesn't look I'm going anywhere either. Whether I like it or not. Getting fucking held together by duct tape and willpower. But yeah, also just want to say thank you, Nibbles, for the art. He told me he fucking slaved over it. And eventually, if I do get a new icon made, which again, I want to, and if I had it my way, just in all honesty, it'd be Nibbles doing it. It would, because he knows what she represents and what she's supposed to be, and my thoughts on that, you know. But hopefully the next announcement isn't as grim and isn't as depressing. And I am sorry. Like, I shouldn't have to say this, but like, I am sorry that it probably feels like I'm not doing anything or contributing as much or whatever, you know, because I do feel some kind of sense of responsibility for just not being able to do as much as I used to, and it's not all my fault, and I wish it was. But even I know that's bullshit, so there's a lot I want to say. Maybe I'll do a second one of these. I want to do a second one of these. But I've done 3 of these, and I can't even remember what I said in the fucking last 2. I hate listening to the sound of my own voice. I really appreciate everybody who has stuck with me for as long as some of you have, and I wouldn't replace my community with anybody else's. I really wouldn't. And I'd do it all again. I really would. I would do it all over again because it has been a fucking adventure. It really has. And I'm gonna uphold a lot of those moments for the rest of my life, good and bad. And I hope we have a lot of years like this to come. I really do. And it's a shame that I was willing to just sit there and let it all go because of something I can't control, you know, because I have this fear of just what happens one day if I just wake up and that's it. You know, like that's it. I don't know. I don't know how to end this. This isn't scripted. I wanted to script it, but I didn't have the time. I'm thinking too much about what I wanted to say, and maybe I left a few thoughts out, but it probably went on for longer than it should have. God, I hope the quality isn't so shit. A microphone, that's what I need to fucking buy. Oh god. Oh god. But yeah, as much as I shit talk Happy, she is one of my favorite things that I've ever done. Even though I am a cunt bastard who probably doesn't look like the type of guy who would fucking break and kill myself and turn myself in every direction just to make sure that people are healthy, people are happy and alive. I have this like mentality that you know, like I'm never going to be able to uphold what she represents, like the mascot, the server, just everything. It's like if Hope was a fucking entity. Very, very cold, like very like symbolic. Very symbolic. But I am grateful because I wouldn't be able to do this by myself. Not even just staff members, just people, even people that aren't involved anymore. You know, one day I want to get into a video where I talk about the people that aren't involved anymore because I've made a few attempts at things like these, but even last year. But I never was able to how do you say this? Like I was never able to sit there and I recorded stuff, but like I never sat down and edited it. Bit of laziness, bit of just cuntiness, you know, everybody who knows me, like gets it, and Misfits just eats up my fucking time, and, you know. But yeah, I've been reflecting, and I don't ever do a temporary thing for a permanent. What the fuck is the quote? What the fuck is the quote? Can't you tell I've been drinking? Don't do a temporary. No. Oh my god. Why the fuck can I not do our most famous quote? I'm such a dumbass. Don't do a permanent thing for a temporary situation. And please, if we're not good enough, go to somebody, you know. Because everybody deserves help. And I'm very grateful and very satisfied with everything that me and any other person who's represented Happyland has done in the 5 years that I've done it. And I'm not saying that I've done everything perfectly, because I'm human. I'm human, and I don't come from a background where I should have the knowledge and tools and everything that I should, but, you know, here we are, playing fucking fake Dr. Phil and a bit of Chris Hansen. Well, fucking hell. Oh, God. Oh my god, it's 30 minutes! Ew. Imagine listening for 30 fucking minutes. I couldn't do it. It's better fucking videos. But yeah, I'll put the happy link in the bio, and I'll put the Newgrounds link, because that's where I'm gonna be if we're talking online, if we're talking just medium of everything. Thanks for the fucking journey, guys.